Here we go.
Long time no see.
I know what we're gonna do today.
Doofenshmirtz is back to his evil ways. And by suspect, I mean...
He updated his social media status to evil again.
Ha-ha! This is amazing!
Time for the musical dance sequence.
I am ready for summer shenanigans.
Come on, guys.
Let's do this!
Oh, there you are, Perry. You guys are so weird.
So I've recently watched the new trailer for Phineas and Ferb's new season that's coming to Disney Plus. And obviously, like many other fans who watched Phineas and Ferb, it brought back many nostalgic memories. Phineas and Ferb are coming back, and everything is finally kind of coming back into place for us, even though so much shit is going on. And even though that we are on a complete thin ice when it comes to studio animation these days, and nothing new is being created these days, and like reboots are just like the constant normal, that's okay, because there are still some animated shows that still are going to be keeping their same formula and element, and that is Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb is one of those shows. So I want to talk about the show a little bit, and mostly what can we expect from this new season of Phineas and Ferb. So let's discuss. So if you don't know the show Phineas and Ferb, it's basically a show that premiered on Disney Channel in 2007, and it was about these two young boys, these two stepbrothers, Phineas and Ferb, and they're completely smart kids who somehow have enough money to like build so many like inventions over the course of their 104 days of summer vacation. And apparently that summer vacation lasted about like, I don't know, like, I think 5 years. Hold on. Let's look this up. Yeah, 8 years. Anyway, their summer vacation was 104 days, but really it just lasted like 8 years and a few holiday episodes. Along with that, they also have an older sister named Candace who is trying to like get them in trouble or just simply bust them because they're creating these crazy contraptions all the time and they're making her feel crazy. While also, meanwhile that's happening, their pet platypus is a secret agent fighting a mad scientist who dresses like a pharmacist, and musicals and songs kind of happen in between, and then the mad scientist is thwarted, and then the inventions go away. Their mom doesn't see it. Rinse, repeat. Every single episode. And it doesn't really get old. That's actually like one of the best parts of Phineas and Ferb. It falls into an obvious pattern, and the repetitiveness of the show never got old to audiences because of the other factors of the show. The comedy, the songs. When the show ended in 2015, we saw them enjoying their last day of summer, and Doofenshmirtz created like an innator to like repeat the same day, and him and Candace tried to like revel in that, but then like things started to go wrong, and Candace tries to correct it, and then everything went back to normal, and then they finally celebrate their last day of summer. And then the following episode, we did see the characters going off to college, and we finally get to see Phineas and Isabella get together, which was like very sweet, and it really was like tying so many loose ends, even if one of the loose ends happens like 10 years later. And then in the next episode, we'd see Perry and Doofenshmirtz team up in the Alka Files episode, and some some chaos ensues there. And then after the show ended, it had like a sequel, like prequel show called Milo Murphy's Law, and then it had like a crossover with Phineas and Ferb. And after that, it kind of just went dark for a minute because, again, the show ended. But it didn't mean like they completely like stopped creating new episodes for like Phineas. One of the new content that they did create was Candace against the universe. It basically, okay, it basically was just simply Candace being abducted. Candace being Candace being abducted by aliens, and Phineas and Ferb trying to like embark on a journey to like rescue her from her captures, and then obviously everyone like teams up, and it was pretty good like seeing the entire cast back together again. And it took place like I think in between seasons of like Phineas and Ferb, but I think in the movie there were already plans on the show coming back for another season. Like, the creators already talked about it. I think I remember them talking about it. And they were already, like, writing a script and everything. When I heard the news of Phineas and Ferb coming back, I felt kind of, like, indifferent to it. Mainly because of the fact that, I guess, like, reboots and, like, new seasons, I kind of have mixed feelings. Like, everyone else has many mixed feelings when it comes to, like, reboots and, like, doing, like, whole, like, reviving of shows. It's always, like, a hit and miss. When it comes to Disney, everything is, like, a cash grab, so we're kind of, like, expecting for, like, Disney to just simply... When I watched the trailer, I wasn't really feeling a sense of, like, doom for the series. I wasn't really feeling that pessimistic about it. I wasn't feeling that much negative emotions. I actually was feeling very excited for a show coming back for the first time in a while. Because as I get older, I have been sort of disappointed with some of my favorite shows coming back and it not working out the way I hoped it would. And Gen Z, older Gen Zs like myself and my sister, have been faced with that reality time and time again as we get older. So I was prepared for the worst. But the trailer eased my worries. At least just simply my worries. There might be some people who might be disappointed and the whole fact of like it coming back in the first place. Some people might be kind of confused that it's coming back in the first place because the last season sort of like tied up some loose ends. So it's like it doesn't really feel that necessary to bring the show back to its roots. Like sometimes it is best for shows to just simply end and just simply let it new audiences watch it and just simply enjoy it. Sometimes like shows don't really need to come back. But some shows revivals do come back and sometimes it really is just a home run. And then there's just some shows that have been running for many, many years. People are just getting tired of it. Like, oh my god, when is it going to end? Like, let's say, I guess off the top of my head, The Simpsons. The Simpsons have been running since 1999. It's 2025. It should have been ended by now. So what can we expect is like a return to their formula, a return to their formula, but better. The show followed a very simple formula. Phineas and Ferb create an invention, Candace sees it, Perry goes off to fight Doofenshmirtz. Some songs happen, Perry stops Doofenshmirtz, Meanwhile, Candace tries to like get her mom to see this invention while Doofenshmirtz's invention blows up or something happens to it. It takes Phineas and Ferb's inventions away. Their mom never gets to see it. Rinse, repeat. It's a simple pattern that has gone on for like 4 seasons. And even though it had like a very repetitive pattern, like again, it just never really got old. So we can expect a huge return to their formula, but I feel like what will become more better is like the obvious like inside jokes, because in the trailer there have been some jokes about it. I think there were some jokes about it, like about, okay, are we still doing this again? Like there are some jokes about it. I feel like in the first episode, there are going to be some jokes about how they're back. They're back at this again. And how we're just returning back to our roots. Another thing we can expect is new songs. Obviously, they're very well known for their songs. Phineas and Ferb, even though it was basically like an animated cartoon, it was like an unintentional musical show because they had like very good songwriters on that show, and it did create like very memorable tunes. So the show is very well known for their songs, and obviously they're gonna like bring back some more hits, and I can't wait to like listen to that. Another thing we can expect is a more smoother animation style. Like in the trailer, we saw their animation get a little bit better. What's best is like they stuck to their original animation, but like obviously with like animation ever changing and evolving and like new technology, it brought back like a little bit more of a, I think, a more cleaner design, obviously, in my opinion. And it's more better. Another thing that we can expect is technology changing. With the show premiering in 2007, when flip phones were still like kind of a thing, the main social media at the time was still Facebook and MySpace. This new season, we're already seeing social media. We're already like seeing social media be presented in the trailer. So we're still not gonna be like in that bubble of it's still like mid 2000s. I don't know, like it'll be like a hit and miss with, with the show kind of like adapting with the technology. But I feel like if the showrunners actually like play their cards right, the integration of social media in the show might be a good thing. Or like the integration of like phones and like recording might be an actual thing. Like if it plays a good part in Candace's efforts to like bust Phineas and Ferb, I feel like that will be like a good home run with the upgrading of technology. That's actually going to be a good thing. Or something that it might come to mind. Or Candace might be trying to like live stream it through Instagram, their inventions, so their mom can see it. That might actually be like a good idea. I watched a video on it because like people have been like talking about this, how like these changes might occur in this new season of Phineas and Ferb. It might actually be good. And last but not least, why are people excited about this new season in the first place? Because, again, with everything being like rebooted nowadays and like nothing original is being created, I would think like people would roll their eyes. Like, I would think that people would roll their eyes at like at the fact that Phineas and Ferb is coming back with a new season. Like I would expect people to be super skeptical, like super negative about it. But the opposite happened. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Like the opposite happened. And here's why. The huge fact being the creators brought back the original cast. I don't really know who voiced Phineas and Ferb, but I do know that Ashley Tisdale voiced Candace, and she's actually coming back. Many other people who voiced the characters are coming back to the show. So it's not going to be like a constant, like it's not going to be like people trying to like imitate these characters or anything of the sort. It's like the old gang is practically back together. We might be doing like one last hurrah. It's like that, and that's so good. And second, the show's not trying to be completely different. And it's just simply going back to their same formula. But obviously it's going to be different because of the animation, the storylines are going to be obviously different. And obviously like we're going to be like writing new songs. It's not going to be exactly the same. But it's going to be a familiar formula. But like obviously with the new factors of like time period changes, like it's now 2025, so technology is different. And obviously with the fact that the show has been like over for like 8 years, so obviously there might be some new inside jokes of like, like, have we done this before? Are we doing this again? it's like old times or like songs that are like kind of like bringing back more nostalgia or some facts. Things like that. That's what's gonna make people more like excited about this, because it's still gonna be the same. It's not trying to be different. Last but not least, the action to like create a new season for the show, I feel like, in my opinion, it came from a place of like genuine, they just simply wanted to just simply continue the story. And there's nothing wrong with that, even though like it tied up some loose ends. It left a beautiful ending. We got to see him again a few times in Milo Murphy's Law. But you still wanted to like, we just wanted to like see you guys. We just wanted to like create new stories. But not like actively trying to like make things different or like change like too much, but like they just simply wanted to get the game back together. People need this. We need some nostalgia. We need things to just simply, we just need this. Like people who love cartoons, we just simply need this. But with all that being said, I feel like I'm actually excited about this new season of like Phineas and Ferb, and I'm excited to like find out like what the gang's been up to. Best part is, new generations get to see Phineas and Ferb. It's just nice when like old cartoons get to like have their moment in the sun again. I just like that. But anyway, that's kind of like all I have for like today. What do you guys think? What do you guys think the new season will provide for us? But anyway, thank you for listening to Let's Discuss. You can find the podcast on Spotify or anywhere you stream podcasts. You can follow the podcast on Instagram and TikTok at Let's Discuss Podcast _ You can follow me, well, all lowercase. You can follow me, Nick.Marshall02, all lowercase. And it's been a nice talk. We'll talk soon. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, week, month, year. And we'll talk later. Okay, bye.